I just had a consultation with one of our brothers, and he said that one of the things that he's been facing is loneliness. And I told him his loneliness is preparing him for his greatness. His loneliness is preparing him for the success that's coming his way. Every experience that we have in this life is preparing us for the next experience. The past 5 years of my life has prepared me for the next 5 years of my life. Everything that I go through today is preparing me for what I go through tomorrow. Get what I'm saying? 1 + 1 = 2. The experiences that we go through equals a better you. Everything that we go through is supposed to make us better. So if you're going through loneliness, it's for a reason. If you're going through loneliness, it's for a purpose. It's not all black. It's not all bleak. It's not an abyss. There's vision here. There's a reason. There's a method to the madness. There's a method to life that we may not understand, but understand this, brothers. Life is our greatest teacher. Come on, man, let's talk. Life is our greatest teacher. Life itself is our greatest teacher. It's our greatest teacher. It's our universal teacher. It's a teacher that we all share. It's a teacher that we all go through, right? We all go through life. We all learn the lessons that life is trying to teach us. Without hard work, there's no success. Without consistency, there's no success. Without putting in the work, we won't reach our goals and dreams. Without faith that we can achieve it, we cannot achieve it. Guys, we have to believe in the process. We have to trust the process. Better yet, we have to understand that if we are lonely, it's preparing us for something great. Because we're human beings. We're meant to connect. We're meant to get along. We're meant to build friendships and formulate good energy with good people. But sometimes life could be protecting you right now because it's a season of elevation and the people around you are not good people. The environment that you're in is not the environment that you need to evolve. It's not conducive to your mental health. It's not going to help you be purpose driven. It's not going to help you be 1%. Sometimes you're in an environment that can hurt you more than it can help you. So if you're in a season of loneliness, it's because those aren't your people. If you're in a season of loneliness, it's because your people is on the way, but you just got to keep believing. You just got to keep having faith, and you just got to keep evolving and putting in work. If I'm on level 1, I'm going to be around level 1ers. There's no problem with that. But if my goal is to evolve past level 1, then I need to evolve past level 1. I got to lock into my goals. And if other level 1ers don't want to evolve with me, then I might have to say bye-bye. But when I reach level 3 and when I reach level 4 and I'm evolving to that level, once I reach that level, the right people with the right energy, with the right mindset will be in my life. I will no longer be lonely. But you're lonely right now because you're leading the way. You're creating the blueprint for other level 1ers who didn't want to put in the work to hopefully be great. And life uses us, and life uses our life, and God uses us. If you believe, right? God definitely uses us to show other people what's possible. To show other people what's possible. So guys, I want you to understand that if you're alone right now, you won't be alone forever. If you're alone right now, you won't be alone forever. Appreciate this alone time that you have to work on yourself. Appreciate this alone time that you have to lock in on yourself. Appreciate this alone time that you have to focus on yourself. Appreciate this alone time that you have to self-improve and evolve. Appreciate this alone time that you have to date yourself, to be in a relationship with you. Right? It ain't just about friendship, but it could also be about companionship, being with a woman. Right? Guys, we have to understand to be in a relationship with ourselves first. We got to love ourselves first. We got to fill up our cups first. We keep wondering why God has isolated us from the world. Why do we feel isolated? Because he wants us to fill up our cup first. Why is life isolating me? Why don't I have any friends? Because it might be time for you to fill up your cup first. What does it mean to fill up your cup first? It means before you give all your energy and attention to other people, you're doing it for yourself. I just had a consultation with one of our purpose-driven brothers. Shout out to you, right? And in the consultation call, he was saying that he was helping his friend learn to bodybuild, okay? And he's helping his friend learn to bodybuild, and he creates a program for his friend. Not only does he create a program for his friends, but check this out, guys. He takes his friend to the gym and shows his friend how to use the machines, tells his friend certain terms about working out, teaches him certain lingo and language so he can understand what to do, when to do it, and why you do what you do. So not only did he create a program for his friend, but he demonstrated the program for his friend. Now, after he did all that for his friend didn't say thank you, but instead he texted him, "I'm not gonna be a bodybuilder. I'll never do this." Laughing my behind off. And our purpose-driven brother responded and said, "Wow, you just wasted my time." So before we keep begging for friendship, we have to understand that we have a good heart. I know that a lot of us have good hearts. I can see it in the comment section. I know that a lot of us are good people, but we got to set those boundaries. And we got to build that access to get into our lives. It needs to be a little bit more difficult. And I need you guys to understand that we can't trust everybody. We can't believe everybody. And we can't do for everybody what they're not doing for us. You know what I told our purpose-driven brother? I said the least he could have done was say, "Hey, I'm not looking forward to really doing this. I'm probably not ever going to pick up bodybuilding after what I seen today, because it was probably difficult. It's a lot. But I appreciate you taking the time to show me these things, because I know it took energy and it took effort. I just want to say thank you for helping me discover that this is probably what I don't want to do. But if I do want to pursue it, I'm going to thank you for helping me learn the basics." Right? That's all he had to say. So I'm not saying friendship has to look like I give 10%, you give 10%. It don't have to be transactional. That's not fair. That's not right. But man, if I'm giving all this effort, I would at least like a thank you back. I would at least like to know that you're appreciative. I would at least like some effort coming back my way, because that's true friendship. I have value, you have value. And if you're still working on your value, you can at least be appreciative. Guys, when we're asking for friends, we want to make sure it's the right friends. When we want people in our life, we got to make sure it's the right people. We can't just ask for these things. We have to understand that everything will be given at the right moment, because if it's the wrong people, we're wasting our time, we're wasting our energy, and that could have been time that we gave to the grind. That could have been time that we gave to putting in the work, to being the best version of ourselves. So understand that you are alone right now, but you won't be alone forever. And when you do have people trying to come into your life, you still have to grant them access or denial. You still have to vet them and make sure that they're not going to mess up the things that you're working on in your day-to-day life. You're working on some amazing things, some fantastic things, and you deserve to be appreciated for that. But the only person that could truly appreciate you is yourself. That's why you got to spend time with yourself, lock in with yourself. That's why you got to love yourself. You got to appreciate yourself. You got to fill up your own cup. What good is it to have 100 friends that don't add no value into our lives? I'd rather have one. I'd rather have one good friend, brother. I'd rather have one. Not 100. It's not about the numbers. It's about the quality. It's about the value. Your loneliness is preparing you for your greatness. Your loneliness is preparing you for the greatness that is about to enter your life. your loneliness. You can only be great by sacrificing something. We have to learn to sacrifice something, to sacrifice those friendships that aren't serving us. That's going to mean that we're going to have a lot of alone time. Not to just sit around and do nothing, but to actually lock in, go to the gym, do the things that you want to do, focus on what you want to focus on. It all goes back to how we're spending our time. It all goes back to what we believe is important or not important. Those are the things that it all goes back to. One thing I'm not a hypocrite. And I'm not going to tell you guys to do something if I haven't done it. So I want to share with you guys what my past 4 years at college was like. That's how it was, brothers. Compared to everybody else, that's how they saw my college life. Nothing. They thought it was boring. The things that I did was I worked out every single day. I didn't party. I didn't drink. I was locked in. I was locked in, brothers. I went to the movie theaters. I would eat out. And a lot of the times, it'd be solo, not with friends. I would just hang out by myself, get to learn myself, get to learn who I am and what I like. I realized that I really, really do love Marvel movies. I realized that I really, really do love eating at the Cheesecake Factory and P.F. Chang's. I realized that I really do love good company, not bad company. Because for you to access these good things that I'm doing, you got to be a good person. I realized that I really, 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 really appreciate my alone time. I would have never realized those things if I was always around people. You have things that you have to realize for you to be great. You have things that you have to figure out about yourself for you to be great. You need that time to execute. You need that time and effort to put in so you can reach those levels of success. And that's what I did. I sacrificed a lot in college. I didn't live a regular college life. I just didn't. I wasn't partying every weekend like everybody else was. And I don't say that because I feel like I'm better than everybody else. I'm not. But I'm just saying that I found out the formula. All the parties looked the same. Everybody was doing the same things. And I realized that people would stay stagnant within their goals and within their dreams. And in my heart of hearts, I knew if I did what they was doing, I was going to get the same results because I'm not better than them. I'm human. So if a human goes out to party, when it's time to lock in and work, he's going to feel groggy. He's not going to put in the amount of effort that he should. So I decided to forfeit partying throughout my whole college career. Guys, do you guys really hear what I'm saying? I went to college and I didn't make much friends and I didn't party. I didn't live the typical college career. So when I tell you guys that a season of loneliness is okay, understand that I did it for 4 years where I was locked into my goals and dreams and I just did what I wanted to do. Not what they told me to do, not what they were doing. I wasn't riding their wave. I created my own, to the point where people asked me, they would come up to me and say, how do you have so much impact on the community and on the college campus when you're not always trying to be seen? And it's because I did it my way. That doesn't mean that I was perfect. It doesn't mean that my way was the best way. It just means that I did it my way. I did it my way. I didn't join a frat. No disrespect to other people who joined a frat. They were looking for community. But for me, what God put on my heart, it was time for me to know who I was, to know who I am. It was time for me to prepare for moments like these, to speak to purpose-driven men around the world. So before I picked up a camera, just understand that it was a lonely journey. And for a lot of times, all I had was myself. And I was locked in, brothers. And if I could do it, you can do it. I was locked in. On top of that, I chose to be locked in. I chose that. I felt that it was the right thing for me to do. I knew that I needed a level of loneliness for me to succeed in life, for me to understand who God made me to be, for me to reconnect with myself. I knew that I needed that. I still have friends, right? But I didn't let my friendships lead me towards other directions. I knew the direction that I had to go down. That's what it means to be purpose driven. That's what it means to be locked in. That's what it means to have action over distractions. That's what it means to get 1% better each day. I knew the things that I had time for. I knew the things that I didn't have time for. If my friends want to work out, then we could work out together. Do you see what I'm saying? But if they didn't want to do that, then we didn't have that option. Then I'm not going to go party with you. I got to work out. So we could get 1% better together. But how often is somebody going to get 1% better with you? It's a lonely road. It's a lonely journey, simply because only a few chosen men want to actually put that work in. That doesn't make us any special than anybody else, or any more better than anybody else, or it doesn't make us special. It doesn't make us better. It just makes us purpose driven. That's just what it is. We feel like we have no choice but to see how great we can be. I want to see how great I can be. So it's going to be a lonely journey, because nobody else is waking up at 5 a.m. and going to the gym at 6 a.m. when it opens during college. Nobody else is going to the gym each and every day, no matter what, during college. But I was. That's what separated me from everybody else. That's what made me different, but that's also what made me alone. It's our greatness that makes us feel alone. It's our greatness. It's our willingness to go the extra mile. And because nobody else is going the extra mile with us, it makes us feel alone. Do we understand what I'm saying, bro? It's not your fault while you're alone. If you were putting in average effort, you'll be with the average. You'll have so many people to hang around, but you're not trying to be average. And there's nothing wrong with being average. The only thing wrong with being average is the fact that you said you don't want to be average. So because you're going the extra mile, who else is going the extra mile with you? There you go. There lies the problem. There's not enough people who are like you. And that's why you're lonely. Well, to me, that's a pretty damn good reason. That's a pretty good reason to why you're alone. And to me, if you kept surrounding yourself with the people that's just around you, just because they're available, you would not be purpose driven anymore, because you have to ask yourself, will you still be going that extra mile? Now, I know some of y'all would say, yeah, but it's very hard to, because the average is going to try to keep you average. That doesn't mean that they're not good people. It just means that you want something different with your life. And that's going to require some different effort. That's going to require obsession with getting better. It's going to require obsession with evolving and being the best version of you. It's going to require you to take trips that are lonely, because you're going that extra mile. And we go that extra mile every single day. So that means that we're miles ahead of everybody else, which means when we look back, we don't see anybody. Only those who are purpose driven as well. And you might meet them 3 miles in, 5 miles in, 10 miles in, but you just have to keep walking on your purpose driven path. You will meet brothers. You will meet people in your life. You will meet that girl. You will meet people who understands who you are and loves you for who you are, and understands that you're trying to make it to the next level. It might just not be right now. So what can we do right now, instead of worrying about who's with us and who's not, who's purpose driven and who's not, who's going the extra mile and who's not? We can learn more about who we are. We can learn more about ourselves. We can take ourselves on solo dates. That's what y'all can do. There's nothing sad about that. You can lock in on you. You can worry about yourself for once in your life. You can focus on you and only you. Ain't that an amazing feeling? There's so much going on in the world. And one of the best ways to make the world a better place is to self-improve and be the best that you can be within. Because who we are within will be reflected in the outside world, the world that we all share. And the better human beings we are within, the better the world will be without. So, hey, the choice is yours. You could be sad. because you're lonely and there's nobody around, or you can understand why there's loneliness, understand the role of loneliness, that is happening for you, not to you, that you're never truly lonely if you believe you have God on your side. You're never truly lonely. And that this is the path that you have to take to be purpose driven and evolve, and that you won't be lonely forever, but it's a season in your life, and it's up to you to make the most of that season. A lot of times your loneliness is preparing you to lead. It's preparing you for leadership. You got to be that wolf that leads the pack, and you're going to have experiences that's going to prepare you for that and shape you for those moments. And that's why life gets lonely sometimes, because you've been challenged to lead. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to show y'all right now. Somebody has to stray away from the pack to lead the pack in a better direction. And you see that distance is creating? A lot of people, they're not going to understand why you do what you do. They're not going to understand why you on your purpose. They're not going to understand why you're working hard. But then they'll start to follow because they'll start to see the results. They'll start to follow because you believed in yourself. So now you're motivating others to believe in themselves. Now you're showing the pack to go a new way. You see what I'm saying? Now you're showing the pack to go a new way, to flow a new way, to flow in a new direction. And sometimes that's what being alone is. It's just showing the pack that they could do something different. You understand what I'm saying? Your friends may not understand you. Everybody might want to do their own thing, right? Look how they all look in their own different directions. But at the end of the day, you got to know why you're going where you're going and why you're doing what you're doing. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to keep going in that direction. You got to keep going in that direction, whether people believe in you or not. It's a lonely journey, brother. It's not meant to be easy, but it's worth it. So just because you're lonely now doesn't mean you're not going to have a group of friends. You know, it just means that you're going in a particular direction. You're following the grind. You're following your heart. You're locked in on your purpose. And you got to enjoy that alone time. Because when your friends start to come in, when family starts to come in, you got to give them your attention. You see? So the fact that you're alone right now, be happy for that. Use that loneliness to propel you towards greatness. So when your friends do come around, you got something to offer. You got a blueprint that works. You chase your goals and dreams, and you can motivate them to do the same. But you all have to believe in yourselves first. You got to believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. You got to show up to grind when nobody else wants to show up. You got to go to the gym when nobody else wants to go to the gym. You know, everybody else gets to hang out with their friends, but you solo, by the water, you know, finding peace, doing your own thing. And there's comfort in that. You got to learn to be comfortable with yourself. Some of y'all want relationships, but you don't know about who you are. Even when you in a relationship, you got to have some alone time. Right now, my girl, she getting her nails done. You know, she getting her nails done right now. Right now, she getting her nails done. Right now, I'm working. I'm making a video for my brothers. There's always something to do. I need my alone time too. She needs her alone time. So if you're not practicing alone time from now, when you do get into a relationship, that's going to be significantly harder for you to manage. And that's going to be significantly harder for you to handle. Because when you get into a relationship, now you feel like you always got to be around that person. But no, you know, the best relationship that you have to form is a relationship with yourself. And that's the number one relationship that we neglect. And, you know, something that's helped me is just going out, going into nature, you know, taking a break, relaxing, getting to know who I am, getting to find peace, having some clarity, having a peace of mind. You know, these things can't be bought. These things are important. But a lot of people, they always want to be around other people. They always want to party. They always want to, you know, they got to have friends in order to do something. They got to have friends in order to go outside. They got to have friends in order to have a good time. But the truth is, you just need yourself. You know, take yourself on solo dates. Take yourself out to go get some steak. Take yourself out to Cheesecake Factory. You know, I know you'll appreciate it. Once you take yourself out to Cheesecake Factory, you work hard, you know, go order some steak, man. You know, whatever you want to eat. Just enjoy life. Enjoy life. Life is meant to be Enjoy it, and you don't need 1,000 people to enjoy it with. You just need yourself. And if you believe, then you know that you need God. You know? And there's peace in that. There's serenity in that. A peace that you just can't buy. It's priceless, bro. And a lot of people, they're not at peace because they're not comfortable with being by themselves. They're not comfortable with being alone. They're not comfortable with coming out into nature and just chilling. You know, people say, why would I do that? Or that's a waste of time. It's because you're reconnecting with yourself, man. Turn the internet off. We can connect to the internet real quick. Turn off the internet. Connect with yourself. Connect with yourself, brother. Connect with yourself. Connect with who you are. You know, lock into who you are. Find peace. Find serenity. It's out there. It's out here for you. You know, but you got to go get it. You got to go get that peace. You got to take care of your peace. You got to take care of your mind. You know, you don't got to have 1,000 friends, bro. Appreciate this alone time. This alone time is preparing you for greatness. That's what you have to understand. This alone time that you're facing right now is preparing you for greatness. It's preparing you for altitudes that you've never been to before. And sometimes in order to make it to the top, it's going to be a lonely road sometimes. Some people get to make it with their friends. You know, that's cool. But a lot of times, if we just keeping it honest, like I said, when you're going in a particular direction, you're going to be going in that direction alone for a long time because the people that you was hanging around, they don't understand why you're doing that. They don't understand why you appreciate your alone time so much. They don't understand why you're not partying. They don't understand none of that. So when you able to lock in and when you able to focus, bro, and when you able to be the best version of yourself, and when you able to go to the gym without needing a gym buddy, when you're able to travel without needing to travel with somebody, you start to really, really take life. Take life by the, you know what I'm saying, bro? And control it. Nothing's holding you back. Nothing's holding you down. All you need is yourself. All you need is God. And you can make stuff happen. You can make life happen. Life can start to happen for you. So a relationship is beautiful. Take it from me firsthand. I'm in one. You know, having good friendships is a beautiful thing. I got a couple good friends in my life that I'm grateful for. But the first thing I had to do was connect with me, was understand who I am, understand myself, take my life serious, learn to be in a relationship with myself, learn to be the best version of me, learn to be the best human being that I could be. And in order to do that, that takes a lot of solo work. It takes a lot of solo work. People can't do that solo work for me. People can't go to the gym for me. People can't believe in God for me. People can't come out to nature and experience this for me. People can't help me have a peace of mind. I got to do these things for myself. I got to create a good peace of mind. I got to create a safe space for myself. I got to come into nature myself. I got to lock in myself. There's a lot of things that we have to do ourselves. And if you're not giving time to that, I don't know how you're going to be great. Even if you have friends or a relationship, like I'm saying, you still got to figure those things out within yourself. You still got to come out into nature and relax and have a peace of mind. So you're asking for something, but you got to ask yourself, am I prepared for it? Am I prepared for that? Am I prepared for friends right now? Am I prepared to be a good friend? Am I prepared to be a good brother to my other brothers? If the answer is yes, because I know some of y'all are, it's important for you to join the Discord, which I'm going to link in the description. And I'm going to link in the comment section. You could join our Discord and talk to other purpose-driven members. But also, you know, in this physical realm, not just the internet, and this physical life that we share, you might not get friends right away. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with the sacrifice? Are you okay with being alone for a little bit while you get your life together? It's okay to get your life together, bro. It's okay. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in not having everything figured out. There's no shame in not having a whole bunch of friends. There's no shame in not partying all the time. There's no shame in that. You got to figure out your life. You deserve to figure out your life. You deserve to lock in and see what you want to do, who you want to be, and what you want to work on. And that takes a lot of solo time, bro. I love you, brothers. I'll see y'all in the next video. We are purpose-driven men. And we will always be purpose-driven. Peace.